I am Katie Guggenbiller, and this is my journey with multiple sclerosis. That morning, I woke up with double vision. I didn't understand what was going on. I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I didn't even know who to call. Little did I know, this would be the first day of my journey. I was referred to an ophthalmologist, Dr. Kopp. She is an amazing person. She ran all sorts of tests and would schedule my first MRI and what would later be my spinal tap. She would then refer me to my incredible neurologist, Dr. Valley.
Once we found out Katie had the double vision, I went down to Kettering and we both drove to Dr. Kopp. They performed all kind of tests and then we left and waited on the results.
She went for the MRI. We went with her, my husband and I, and that was a very long process. They did the MRI. Katie did very well with that. And then we waited for results.
Following the MRI was the spinal tap. This was the most excruciatingly painful part of the whole process. I missed work for 2 weeks. I went back to the hospital multiple times. It was definitely a dark time in my journey.
It's hard seeing someone you love in that much pain and there not being anything that you can do to help. She was a trooper about it.
The double vision lasted 7 weeks. That episode, plus the results from my spinal tap, combined with my MRI readings showing multiple and sporadic lesions, would lead my neurologist, Dr. Valley, and an MS specialist, Dr. Racky, to confirm my diagnosis of multiple sclerosis. It had been a year since I started this whole journey. That day I got diagnosed was surreal. It didn't even really sink in. How did this happen? I worked out 6 days a week. I ate good. I took care of myself. I don't understand how this could happen to my body. So many questions and thoughts running through my mind. It was just too much. I felt nothing. I was completely numb.
I looked at the doctor right in his face and I said, "She's your daughter, what would you do?" And he looked at me and he said, "I would put her on this medicine." So I looked at Katie, still was going to be her call, but we pretty much agreed that probably would be the best thing. And the medicine would help control it and maybe not let it advance any farther than that.
He thought she would be a good candidate for a shot that she would give herself every day. And my sister at that point was not
wanting to talk about it. So my mom talked to me and was answering, all of my questions. I had a lot of questions. At the time, we didn't really know a lot about MS.
We had no history of MS in our family. I didn't know that much about MS.
So it is 5:24. I came home from work and got in bed. I feel so exhausted.
My symptoms come and go. Although I have not had another episode of the double vision, my most prominent symptom is the chronic fatigue. My legs and feet will sometimes go sporadically numb, or my balance might be off. But I know there are a lot of other people out there that have it a lot worse than me, so I take a deep breath and I count my blessings.
Although we hate that she has this, she's been very fortunate to find 2 good doctors that have led her down the right path. At first, she was very private about the diagnosis and the MS, and as the years have gone on, I think she feels a little more comfortable with it. So this year, we're kind of going all out and putting it out there.
Being someone who is pretty private with personal struggles and having this chronic disease has made the idea of making a video very scary and very daunting. I do believe my journey, only one out of countless diagnoses, will help bring more light to multiple sclerosis. The whole point is to help people understand and hopefully want to give, no matter how small, to make a difference supporting research and ultimately finding a cure. MS is different for everyone, and it is a hard disease to diagnose. My journey isn't nearly over, and there will always be setbacks, but I'll be ready to fight through them like a champion. The MS Walk is always very near and dear to my heart. It's held annually and was the first really positive thing I did after being diagnosed. There isn't anything better than feeling all of the love and support from my family and friends who continue to show up year after year.
Since Katie has been diagnosed, we have done this walk every year. We always get our family and friends to, donate to the cause to help find a cure. It's always fun. We always, come to my mom and dad's house. We all gather, family and friends. We go to the walk, and then we come home and we have a big brunch and just laugh and talk and have a good time. And I think it's something, it's just something special for Katie that we're all, surrounding her and supporting her and there for her. And I think we'll continue to do it every year.
She decided to create a team. Obviously, we were going to support that team, her mother and I, and we rallied around that. We have a lot of great neighbors, a lot of great friends that helped donate. We just hope that one of these days, along with other diseases, obviously MS is dear to our heart, that we can find a cure for that.